Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This read is what do they find sexy about you, or it could just be what do people find sexy about you, but you can also ask about a specific person or even somebody you haven't met yet, your person in the future, whatever. So pile 1 with the Amethyst tumblestone, pile 2 with the Aurora cobalt wand. Show that to you guys a little bit better, kind of. Is that better? I don't know. And pile 3 with the rose quartz cluster piece. Rough. Is it a cluster? Man, I don't know. It's a piece of rose quartz, okay? So let's get started. You've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Think about your person, or think about just channel that inner goddess or that inner divine masculine or divine feminine. And let's ask. Ooh, I love doing reads like this. I love the gas you up reads. I watch them all the time. They're so good. I'm like, oh, you're right. I am that bitch. Oh my gosh. So Amethyst tumblestone. You guys may be really intelligent. You may have this kind of sobering quality about you. You could be very intuitive as well, but in an intellectual way. Your job could somehow require you to be intuitive, making the right deals and stuff like that, but in an intellectual way. So people wouldn't actually know that you have this great psychic ability, but you definitely do. I feel like you can help people see sense as well. That's something about you. And you could also be somebody who has either learned to be forgiving or be naturally very forgiving, but also learn to put up their boundaries. The colour purple could really suit you, and that could be a colour that you resonate with and want to wear as well. People think you look sexy in purple. Okay, so let's see. I'm probably going to use all of the decks, to be quite honest. For pile number 1, infinite source, truth, knowledge and wisdom, please. My most loving, most light guides and angels. Please assist me. My most loving, most light guides and angels of the middle path, please assist me in this read. Archangel Michael, please step in and assist me in this read. What makes pile number 1 so sexy? I feel like for some of you guys, something's recently cleared as well. Like maybe an anxiety. Ooh, you guys could be a fire sign. Yeah, something's recently cleared, but you could find that something or someone is coming back around to you. You're somebody that people feel it's very hard to leave you alone. You're so fine, you're so sexy, people always want to come back to you. They're like, damn, pile number 1 is attractive. You have this very distinct way about you. So you could have a very distinct walk, or something that you do with your eyes, or even a distinct pair of glasses, I'm hearing for some of you guys. I feel like you're naturally very creative, naturally very fiery. So you're a big personality. People notice you when you walk in the room. You have like a sense of regalness about you, or ratchetness, depending on what day it is and how you're feeling, what your mood's saying. Some of you guys may have really beautiful hair as well, but you may cover your hair. Like some of you guys could cover your hair. Some of you guys may wear your hair up. I feel like you have quite a strong sense of style. Like your style really reflects your personality, and you wear what you wear because you like it. You guys may like a lot of embroidery, or like things that are very detailed. You may like to wear, you know, statement pieces quite a lot. People find you sexy because it's like your desire makes you attractive, your passion makes you attractive, even if it's not necessarily directed at them. They tend to have a lot of desire and a lot of passion for you. I feel like you trigger people into learning more self-love, because I feel like sometimes people can come towards you and really want you to love them and give you all their cups, and it's like, okay, thanks for the cups, but I'm going on my way now, bye. And it's never in a nasty or mean way. It's just, you know, you're doing what you're doing, you're on to the next thing, you're creating, you're manifesting, you know, you're making it happen. And it makes people realize, wow, I really need to fill these cups myself. I really need to, you know, or maybe you've been filling their cups. That would just be a bad example, like them giving you, yeah, well, they gave you all of your cups and you filled them, but then they very quickly drain them dry, and they realize, okay, I need this Queen of Wands energy again, but you're gone about your business. So that may be why you could attract people who are not necessarily self-sufficient, whereas you could be very, very independent. Yeah, but people always want to come back around to you. They find it very hard to let go and to walk away from you, pile number one. There's something about you that I feel like tempts society. Like, you may fit a certain standard, a certain ideal, but at the same time you don't. Like, you may look a certain way, but you may be a bit of a wild card, like a very different person. Some of you are very religious or have very strong beliefs, and this is something that people find attractive about you. You stick to your guns, whatever you believe, you believe. You may always be opening to share that information with other people, but not necessarily like ramming it down their throats. But yeah, it's like you're on the, sorry, I keep clearing my throat. It's like you're on the fringes of society, because I put, did I put milk in my tea? Oh, I can't remember, my coffee. Dairy doesn't agree with me. Anyway, it's like you're on the fringes of society. Like, I look, you know, like you guys. I can hold a conversation like you guys. Yeah, like, let's talk, whatever. And then it's like you're slowly bringing people to accept a more unconventional way of being, way of living in society, because they accept you. I feel like as well, some of you guys may be starseeds, but like very earthly at the same time. Yeah, there's something about you that's very unconventional but very conventional at the same time. And I think people love it. Okay, I feel like you have a lot of admirers. Some of you could be Leos. The way you talk is very, very sexy. People love the sound of your voice. Your haters will say you love the sound of your own voice, but it's sexy, so why wouldn't you? Come on now. I feel like people watch you a lot. You could have a Taurus that's watching you. You could have a Leo that's watching you, or a Leo that listens to your voice a lot. I feel like people like how you speak and the fact that you're very truthful. You could be a very honest person. You could be a very loving person, like you could see the best in people. But I also feel like you are somebody who's very triggered by phases of the moon. So people may know, don't fuck with you during certain periods. It's like maybe you just seem a bit different or a bit off or a bit more sensitive, and they kind of know that. But it's something very natural. Remember what I said about a starseed that's very earthy? It's like you're very connected to the earth. And I feel like it attracts people even more to you because it's something very beautiful, very natural about you. You may look amazing when you're just in nature enjoying yourself. I'm getting visions of like curly hair for some of you. Okay, so you're somebody who manifests what you want. You are very powerful. People are very drawn to your power. Even if they're not on the same path as you, okay? Even if somebody, their life is not like yours, they don't want the same things in life, they don't see the same things in life, that some people may try and force that just to be with you, just to be near you. It's something very intoxicating about your power, because you be filling up people's cups and you don't even realize you're just being you. That's just your energy, you're just being you, but you are giving them life, okay? You are giving them water, you are hydrating them, you're stopping them from feeling thirsty, part number one. And then you got the good old sensual and I want to say closet freak energy about you. It's interesting, we've got these two powerful cards. We've got these cards showing that people can't walk away from you. They always feel the need to come back. They always want to be near you. And then we've got these cards showing this strong earthy energy. I feel like you attract a lot of people that may actually get quite obsessed with you for some of you. But again, you teach other people how to have patience and how to like slow their roll. Because if they actually are watching you, if they're on a certain level, certain vibration, if they've been around you long enough, yeah, their vibration will rise and they'll begin to watch you and see that you're filling, not only are you filling their cups, but you're filling your own cup directly from source. It's something just very like, I want to say like funky, like alternative about you. And whatever that is gives you this amazing connection to the divine. And, you know, spirituality and sexuality and creativity and all that, they're linked. They're all like part of the same thing. I feel like people are really attracted to you for your soul, for who you really are, not just how you look, but you also look good. That's what I mean about, oh, something about you looks conventional. You may fit the conventional beauty standards of the time, but there's something much more about you. There's something else about you that's very different from people who look the way you do. And it really is very intoxicating to people. But it's also you're also kind of sobering. You make people realize things about themselves. You make people step back and take a look at themselves. So you may be somebody who speaks a lot of words of wisdom, or you're very blunt, you're very honest, you tell it how it is. You're somebody who likes to learn a lot about different subjects. I feel like you may get a lot of admirers that are younger than you. And they'll be the ones to come forward. I can relate to that. You get the younger people will come forward and start speaking to you, but the older people who have this attraction to you won't say a word because they ain't dumb. They're old enough to know better that you're on a certain path or on a certain level, and unless they've got all their ducks in a row, don't bother, because I'm not trying to embarrass you. You know, I'm not nasty. It's not even like I'm not trying to embarrass you, but they just know. I don't know, they just know that you're independent, you're doing your own thing. So if they want to join your journey, they need to be on the same path. It's not something that they can force, and they know that they're not on the same path. So they'll just admire you from afar and wish that you were their husband or their wife. Whereas the younger people will come towards you like, oh my gosh, this bright light, wow. Oh, I need to speak to this person. Oh, I want to be with this person, because they haven't yet learned. So that's what I mean about you make people realize things about themselves. You make people look inwards. Okay, why don't I want to come towards this person? Because they're scared of being rejected. They're scared of, I don't know, I'm hearing like scared of being told that they're not good enough. But it's not really that. It's not that you're not good enough. You're just not on the same path. So in their minds, they may be like, oh, this person thinks that I'm not good enough. You could be a Virgo or a Gemini. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Leo. No, this ain't it. Sorry, I don't know. Capricorn, Scorpio, I said. Yeah, so these young people will put forth love offers to you. They just find you very intoxicating. It's like you're this kind of person that they could have a family with and, you know, invest in, but at the same time, you're not going to wait around for them to realize that or for them to decide that. You're going to keep it moving is what I feel like. But if you had that established with somebody, you would wait. Or you're not waiting for that. People, yeah. Why are these in reverse? You set yourself free from situations. I feel like there's something very otherworldly about you. You can fight though. You can hold your own. People like that. You have a lot of competition, a lot of admirers trying to fight for your attention. But I feel like you guys are looking for a soulmate. You're looking for like a divine connection, your divine counterpart. And you'll know it when you feel it. You don't necessarily have to see it. You guys may not even really be that bothered about how people look in order to receive your love or your love offer. And you know, you're filling up cups, but this cup here, because it was given and not accidentally filled just by overflow from your cups, because you know, your cups are so abundant, you're overflowing, it means a lot more. Because it comes from like your soul energy. Yeah, whoever gets that offer will feel very, very, very lucky, very blessed. I feel like a lot of people try to manifest that offer from you. Like, hi, I want to be with you. But see, you're going off in a different direction. Very strong Leo energy. Maybe you're focusing on your career. You're about your business. You're about your money. And you feel like you will meet that person or that situation when the time is right, and that makes you so attractive because you're not running anybody down. You're not trying to rush anything. You're not trying to force anything. You take time for yourself. You do self-care. You also know how to move situations forward if they need to be moved forward, or you know how to move on from situations. Whereas I feel like you could be dealing with a lot of people who get caught up on you sexually. They can't move past it. They can't move past you. They can't move past your energy. And it's shocking for them. It shocks them when you refuse their offer, because you seem so sweet and so healing. You're the star, but you're also the emperor. You don't take no shit. Love and light, but take no BS, baby. That's like your motto. So yeah, I think people find you very, very sexy. King of Wands, very, very sexy. Everybody wants to be the one that you want to love. Everybody wants to be the one that you give the offer to. Let's see, even when I showed it, it was only one person. Everybody wants to be that one. I think sometimes people wonder if you're in a connection or a relationship already, who managed to win you over. But I feel like you stand alone, okay? People don't really know the real you. They only get an inkling or a little preview of who you really are when you're out and about. You do have haters though, because I even mentioned them in the beginning. But they don't bother you. You're not bothered by other people's judgment. You just manifest and work hard. You fill your own cups. You toast to the haters like, okay, you judging me, you hate me. Do you want a drink, babe? Cheers. Like, you're not bothered. Okay, so you may also like to go out, have a good time. You may have female relatives or friends that you spend a lot of time with, but you also need your own time, your own like hermit time to regenerate yourself. And you're very natural. You go very much with the cycles of the earth, whether you realize it or not. And you're very cautious about who or what you invest into. And people find all this, it's like you're wise, you're very clever. People find all this very sexy. A lot of people want to be your partner. There could be two people in particular that are, not even two, you know, I'm thinking 3, all in all, 8 people currently, yeah, that are thinking about being with you. But 3 of them actually think they've got a real shot. The rest of them are like, yeah, no, I don't really have a shot with this person. But yeah, people find you very sexy. It could be as well the way you do your makeup, when you do your makeup, if you wear makeup, how your hair is naturally, but it's your energy. Again, I get that you fit a very particular, that you fit a current standard of beauty, but it's something so much more alluring and beautiful about you. So that is what I've got for you, pile number 1. That is what people find beautiful about you. Thank you for watching. Okay, so pile number 2, we have the Aurora Cobalt wand. I always mess up saying that. Okay, so for my pile number 2s, I'm seeing the High Priestess, very psychic energy. You know a lot of secrets. You know the whys, the hows, the whos, and the whens. I'm hearing like untouchable. You could be hard to reach to some people. Okay, similar to part 1, there's this energy of people not giving a fuck whether you're their soulmate or not. They just want to be near you. They just want to be with you. They will do whatever it is to get with you, but you always know. You're like, nah, this ain't my person. Like, nah, this ain't, you're trying to create karma for me. Bye. Because look, he's awake while she's sleeping and there's a ribbon on her wrist that's been cut. It's like, they know they're not meant to be with you, or they know that this isn't it, but somehow, some way, this person will try and like, I don't know, like, because I saw the Strength card as well, like feed into your like lowest desires to keep you there. So Strength card represents our lowest desires, or things that we can get caught up on or addicted to or anything like that. So maybe this person's trying to feed into your greed, your addictions. But you always know when someone, you can tell, I don't know what it is, but you can always tell. They always reveal themselves. And you'll be like, no thanks. May stay there for a minute. I think people get very obsessed with you, very, very obsessed with you. People almost get angry that you don't want to be with them, or that you don't have the same feelings back. For some of you, I'm hearing that you do have people that have tried to work magic or love spells on you. I do not believe in love spells, because, and this may be why they end up obsessed, because I personally feel that if you do a love spell on somebody, like, number 1, let people love you. If they love you, they love you. If they don't, they don't. If you really want to get someone to love you, manifest it, you know, mental diet, just keep it energetically clean, not graspy, not desperate, okay? And that's what this person, there's somebody around you in particular, part number 2, that has tried to do a love spell on you, and it's backfired because when you do a love spell, you're so grasping. You're like, oh, please love me. Oh, I want you to love me, blah, 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 blah. When that energy switches and backfires on you, or it goes to that person and that person doesn't receive that energy, they've got their blocks up, it has to come back somewhere. So it's going to come back at the person who's done the love spell, and now they're obsessed. And now they can't stop thinking about you. They've done the spell to get you obsessed, but now it's backfired on them. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, people who are your false flames, fake soulmates, they end up obsessed with you. They are like, wow, how did you manage to get out of that? How did, like, I went to a proper root worker who's done all this stuff. I know they're good at what they do, and it didn't affect you. How? Very strong mentally and spiritually is what I'm hearing. You always know. Things are always revealed to you. Your connection to your guides is very, very, very strong. And it's like, I love this card because she's playing with the cat, and it's like she's not even bothered really, but the cat's having the time of its life playing with her foot. The cat's so happy. I feel like that's how people are with you. You're not even bothered. You're interested in something else. You know, you're figuring out the great mysteries of the universe, or connecting with your angels, or learning something new, or whatever it is that you do. And other people are just so like, oh wow, we had such a great time together, and you're like, oh yeah, you're still here. Oh yeah, I forgot you was here. It's that kind of energy. People feel like you have the key to their heart. I feel like people find your actual physical body very, very sexy, but you may dress very reserved, okay? You may like to cover yourself up. People love it when you show a bit more skin, or your person loves it when you show a bit more skin. This person is like, they may think they're a lion, but they're just a little kitty cat. You've got 2 cats in this already. So I get a strong sense of somebody who operates in between worlds, whether that's you with your, you know, natural God-given psychic abilities, or everyone's got God-given psychic abilities, to be honest, or this person's working some candle magic or some root work or something on you. This person, very passionate. When it goes down with you. When you're in the mood, you're in the mood, baby. And they love it. They love it. Because you have this, not icy, but this very watery, unbothered demeanor about you. But when you get passionate, you get really passionate, and people love that. I think a lot of people kind of fantasize or daydream what it would be like to be with you, what it would be like to be kissed by you. You may have really beautiful, sexy lips. I feel like you may get a lot of hate from other women, some of you. Why are these all reversed? Oh, because the deck's reversed. Some of you may get a lot of hate from other women, or get a lot of attention from older men. They in particular may find your body very, very sexy. People really love your curves. You could be very curvaceous. Or even if you're not very curvaceous, the person that you're asking about, to them, you are curvaceous, baby. You know, like everyone's got a different ideal of what thick is. Like some people will say this person's thick when really they're like a size 4, they've had bum fillers and whatever. Some people will say that is not thick. Some people will say that's, you know, someone who's a size 10 with a booty, thick. Some people say it's a size 12. Some people say it's a size 16. Do you know what I mean? So like whatever the ideal is of this person, or the common thing around you, you are that. Like people love that. People, I feel like, are surprised about how long your hair actually is. That's weird. You may have natural curls or natural waves. People really feel attracted to you when you wear your hair down, I'm getting for some of you guys. I feel like as well, yeah, you don't have a type. You may not have a particular type when it comes to whatever gender you're interested in. You give everybody a fair shot, but you know how to put them boundaries up. There's something about you energetically and like self-worth. You know how to set boundaries, and you don't break them for no one. Your self-respect is so sexy. People love the way you respect yourself. This card with her holding the sword is coming from the card where the woman's got her hands tied up. So it's like, okay, you may think that you got me trapped up and tied up, but actually you don't. Bye. It's that kind of energy. Your self-respect is really, really sexy to people. I feel like a lot of people already in relationships or you may be asking about somebody and they're already in a relationship. They may fantasize about being with you sexually, riding off, you know, having the time of their life with you. They said you're a stallion. You got them legs like Meg. Okay, they really think you are. Some people may really like your thighs, your hip area. They think you're very, very sexy. Again, I'm hearing thick. Like you guys may actually be thick. Whatever thick is to them. So people, yeah, wonder what it would be like to be with you. I feel like you often leave other people very jealous, very obsessed about you. All the time, you're minding your business. You don't even notice. That man's eyes are popping out of his skull and she's minding her business. She's just taking off her clothes. Oh damn, I forgot you was there. It's that kind of energy. Very, very sexy. You are the high priestess. I kind of get this energy of you know but you don't know. For me, sometimes how it works with my guides is I'll be in la la land, just going about my day, going about my time, and maybe things will happen, people will do things. I used to think it's because I'm so self-absorbed, but I don't think it's because I'm self-absorbed. I'm self-fulfilled, if that makes sense. So if somebody says or does something that I find a bit rude or a bit weird, I'll be like, oh, I don't know what's going on with so-and-so. Maybe they're having a bad day. Go along my way. Not always, because sometimes I do get a bit, you know, more negative. And I think that's what's clearing for you guys. I think you guys may have had a lot of negative energy sent your way. But yeah, so I'll be like, go along my way. Somebody says or does whatever. But I'll notice these little things, but I won't, if that makes sense. And then it'll be like one day I'll just be sitting at home and I'll get like, oh, you know, so-and-so blah, blah, blah. You know, so-and-so thinks this about you, or so-and-so did such and such because of rah, 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 rah. And I'll be like, oh, thanks, guys. Don't really, you know, I don't know what to do with that information because I don't want to be sitting here paranoid about people. And obviously we manifest things, so the more you believe something, the more it's going to come true anyway. But I usually eventually see proof of what I was told about. Usually, yeah, I always see proof of what I was told, or the situation comes together and it's like, oh, that's why so-and-so was looking at me weird. Oh, that's why blah, 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 blah. I get that kind of energy with you. You just going on about your life, going on about your business, and then it all comes together like, oh, okay. Oh. But I think because you're so like wise and spiritually on such a high level that things can't really bring you down. I feel like you've got a lot of, I feel like people naturally just want to please you. Okay, people just naturally want to do what makes you happy. People may want to really put a smile on your face. Even this Libra card, you could be a Libra, a Pisces, a fire sign, a Sagittarius. She's beautiful. Libra is known to be very, very beautiful, very gorgeous, very attractive to actually both sexes. Both sexes find this person attractive, but her face, she ain't smiling. So I feel like people will do whatever to put a smile on that beautiful face of yours. With the Temperance card, again, it's something about being kind of modest, being very patient as well, and being very self-fulfilled. You know how to turn your pain into creativity. You know how to fill your own cup. You know how to be self-fulfilled and self-content. You're a self-soother. And it's like you're not looking for anything or anyone. And that can often make people feel very rejected by you. But it's not that you're actually rejecting them. It's just that you're doing you. You're like minding your business, you know. You wasn't looking for anything. So, oh, these flowers are beautiful. I love that you bought them for me. But like I don't know, like you may want to hang out or be intimate, but you don't seem like you're dating loads of people because you're looking for the one, but you somehow may end up dating a fair few people without meaning to, and it's like, oh damn, am I in a relationship now? How do I get out of this? It's like, what? How do I get out of this? I feel like, yeah, that may be where you put your boundaries in, because people may come to you and they're putting all their hopes, their wishes, their dreams and their desires on you, because like I said in the beginning, they don't give a fuck if you're not actually for them or their soulmate. They want you. They will wait it out. They will do what they feel they need to do to get with you. Yeah, the idea of you being with other people can really drive your lovers like insane. Seeing you be loved by somebody else or adored by somebody else actually drives a particular person crazy. I feel like people will travel quite far, travel distances to see you. And when you're in the company of, you know, somebody who you have decided to, you know, give them some that Queen of Wands energy, that person feels on top of the world. It's like lovebirds. In that moment, it's love, even if it doesn't last forever. Because I feel like you can be quite, not brutal, but when it's time to cut something or someone off or free yourself from a situation, you really do. You don't business. Even this young girl, like with the King of Swords, enjoying himself, having a great time there with her, pretending that he's not doing nothing to her as far as his wife's concerned, but the wife knows something's going on. But obviously he is doing something with her with his foot. But she's got a sword, she's reaching for the sword, she's ready to cut off his foot. This may also speak to you bringing out a lot of people's earthly desires or lustful, but that's it, more base chakra energies. Like you really bring up people's desires of feeling stable, of sexuality, of creativity, of feeling powerful. Sometimes you may make people feel disempowered just by being yourself and not responding to their spell work or their manifestations or whatever they're trying to put or place on you. Sometimes you may make people feel really, really sexual but very unsure of themselves when you're not necessarily in the mood or you don't see them that way. Sometimes you may make people feel really insecure when you put up your boundaries and say, no, I don't want to spend time with you right now, or I'm doing my own thing. Like maybe insecure in their finances or their life or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think people find you very, very sexy. I think people kind of find you like devilish. I get the sense again that there's a lot of people that are actually in relationships that fantasize about you a lot, even when they're with their partner. That's a rude. Pairing you, like they want to have you on the side, but they know you'd never be their side piece. And it's like, if I got with that person, I'd want to tell everybody about it. Nova of Pentacles. You may go on a lot of dates and discover that, you know, it's not a match, but the person still adores you. People really adore your strong Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, you know yourself, you're very grounded in yourself. You're not prepared to fight or, like, not that you give up on situations, but if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. You ain't trying to push it. You're looking for a certain type of connection. Quite similar to pile number 1, actually. Yeah, you seem to be looking for a certain type of connection. Oh, as well, I get if the sex ain't lit, it ain't it. Bye. Like, you know yourself physically and you know what you like physically. You know you've had great sex. You've had some really good sex, okay? So you know what good sex feels like and you know what it doesn't feel like. Some of you may be quite empathic. So if your person that you're dealing with has a lot of insecurities and stuff, you may pick up on that because you start to feel that way. You're like, why am I feeling this way? This ain't even me. Like, this ain't how I feel. This ain't how I normally am. Sometimes I feel like people kind of purposely do it because I feel like there are people around you who have knowledge to a degree of the things that you have, but I feel like you're more like a channel, if that makes sense. You're more like a channel. So what you're experiencing or doing doesn't always make sense to you. But yeah. So I feel like sometimes people try, will hand over that insecure energy to you so that you don't get with anybody else because they can't stand the idea of you being with anyone. Maybe that's some of their spell work for you to not want to be intimate with other people. I feel like you're on one person's mind sexually and they're in a relationship, like a lot. There may be some sort of telepathic communication between you and this person. Who knows, okay? This person wants to be your prince, your knight. They want to save you, or they want to whisk you off your feet, but they would love to be your king, but they ain't sure if they are. But then you've got, yeah, they ain't sure if they are, but they'd like to find out. But then you've got somebody else who knows they ain't your king, but they love your energy. It's so healing for them. You may have some like amazing kind of kundalini energy. When that yoni gets going, baby, these men, these women, these people, they can't stay away from you. Yeah, I get something about a mental connection with a married person, and they sort of want to come towards you, but they don't want to be rejected. I'm hearing they don't want to lose it all. Okay, and for others of you, I feel like, yeah, this person, there's another person who's really addicted to your energy. What about, I feel like that's on the same road. I feel like that's the same thing. Is there anybody else? There's various suitors, but you don't take them serious, but they're happy to just have a little piece of you, a little piece of your time, spend time with you. It's like, yeah, I dated that person. Obviously, it never went nowhere. It was never going anywhere. You was never going to take off your clothes. They know that. You knew that. But you know, spent time with them, and they felt loved. They felt, you know, good about it. But yeah, I get the sense of people like, oh my God, are they with somebody else now? People just find you very easy to fall in love with. Very, very easy to fall in love with. But the thing is, you may be kind of sad sometimes. Maybe you're like, is my soulmate out there with somebody else? There's a King of Wands. Who is that? Okay, so who's this King of Wands? A King of Wands is something that didn't work out with. So maybe you've got your eye on somebody, you're in love with somebody else, and you've got a bag of people in love with you. But people are very sexually drawn to you. If you're in love with somebody else, I feel this person's been influenced heavily by a very strategic woman. Who doesn't openly show her distaste for you, but she don't like you. She don't like the idea of you being with this person. But her and this person may or may not, her and this person may have had a relationship or a friends with benefit situation. It may or may not have been, no, I feel like they may have had sex that once. But anyway, that's a different story. Sorry, this is about you and your fine self, okay? Oh, see, you're looking for, look, we're ending on what we started with. I told you, there's people around you that are so addicted to you, your energy, your life path, all of that, and they will try to be your soulmate. They will try and force it. But there is a person, you have your, see the ribbon? They cut the ribbon there, they're trying to keep you there, but you do actually have somebody. So Eros, Cupid, whatever, the divine is putting you together with somebody. Let's see if we can get a little bit of information about that. Somebody that you're going to marry, you may already know this person. This person may be juggling, it could be this married person, I don't know. Why is this reverse? Let's move the other back. Why is this reverse? I feel like, yeah, you do have a love connection. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, but yeah, I think a lot of people see you as the Empress, or the person that you have strong feelings for really does have them for you as well. They see you as the Empress. They want to marry you. But I feel like this person feels like other people need them or something. Like they have to lead other people, or they have a certain image to maintain. Okay. People find you very, very physically beautiful. And sorry, also, let me just continue. With that High Priestess card coming up, there's strong Piscean energy around you. So you could appear racially ambiguous for some of you, meaning people can't really place where you're from, or, you know, your culture. But then for others of you, it's more like everyone finds you attractive because they project their ideal of beauty onto you. Whether or not you actually are that way or actually look like that, they'll be like, oh my God, so-and-so's hair is really, really long. Your hair may not be that long, but they feel like your hair's that long. or so and so has like really wide eyes. Maybe they're like people from a certain part of the world, and they're convinced that you actually are from that part of the world, or you have that in you, or you know, something like that. Okay, so let's see pile number 3. Rose quartz. What people find sexy about you. I'm going to try to speed this up, because once I go over 10 minutes, you know how long it takes me to upload videos. You guys may be very swift, I'm hearing, or very like nifty. You do you. Some of you may not necessarily, if you're female, you may not necessarily care about appearing too feminine. You may be what they used to call a bit of a tomboy, or not really go with the traditional gender roles, or you know, style of dress and that sort of thing. For some of you, there could be strong Virgo energy or Gemini energy. Infinite stars. Pile number 3. What's so sexy about them? You are who you are, and that comes across really, really strong. I get this tomboyish energy, or this kind of, I don't know if you're like quite nimble as well, like flexible. This energy of being quite flexible, this energy of finding things funny and amusing when other people might not necessarily find them funny or amusing. They may find them to be a hindrance. I feel like you are attractive to people because of the way you carry yourself. You don't really let anything stop you or hold you back. You kind of bounce back very, very quickly. Even if you used to like trip up, you'd laugh out loud, whereas most people, like a lot of people, would put their head down and try and scurry off. You'd like laugh at it, you know. You've got that kind of energy for some of you. I feel like you are very kind, and you're very kind to yourself as well. You're kind to other people, but you're very kind to yourself. And people love that, because your energy feels really warm, really friendly, really funny. You may move around a lot, or have lived in a lot of different places. You may have picked up a few different accents or dialects or that sort of thing. Or maybe you're very good at impressions. I feel like you guys have ended, you know, a lot of family karmas, a lot of cycles that have been going on in your family for a long time. And I feel like you're kind of the star of the show because of this. There's something very kind of unique and, again, playful, like fairy-like about your energy. So you don't have to be very petite and look fairy-like. Even if you're very tall, I get like a kind of, you may more be on the slim side and like have like smaller features, or just like a little mischievous face, mischievous eyes, even if you're not petite or slim or whatever. You may look younger than what you actually are. You may be stronger than what you actually look as well. I feel like you have this ability to move on very quickly from situations that don't serve you, and that is very attractive to people. Again, it's that bounce back. You don't wallow in things that aren't for you, or things that you don't enjoy. You may have a thing for cars, or like to drive really fast. I'm hearing. I feel like you may have a lot of people chasing you on your tails, kind of trying to catch up with you, but it's a game. Like love may be like a bit of a game for you, and that is so sexy to a lot of people. Don't worry though, you're being pushed in the right direction. I don't know if you guys are on TikTok or something like that, something like family friendly, where people are looking at you and like loving what you're doing, but you're giving us a bit of sexiness. Maybe things were really looked down, like things like that were really looked down on in your family, and you was like, hell to no, I'm gonna do this. Knight of Ariel. You guys could really be quite good with money, or when you say you're going to do something, you do it, and that can surprise people, because like I said, you have this nature about you where you kind of go where the wind blows, like you do whatever. but at the same time you are a very reliable person, even though you just pop up and go away again. Yeah, so you look younger than what you are. I feel like jack of all trades, master of none. You may like to read books or learn new skills. I'm getting like visions of you doing like back bends, okay, while you're reading a book. Some of you have children, and the way you are with your children is attractive, and it keeps you looking young, it keeps you looking good. Because I'm not necessarily getting anything about, not really, but not about your mothering abilities. It's more like how you connect with your children on a child level, like your inner child connects with your children, like on a heart level. You do know when to rest, you do know when to take time out. I think you could be quite helpful to other people, like you pop up when other people need help. You can see when somebody else is burdened, or when you're burdened, you take your time out so that you can actually help other people. I feel like people see you as beautiful. You've got the pentacles here, but also very intelligent and somebody who always knows about the latest thing or the latest topic. I don't know if you get like reclusive, like you go away for a while, then you come. I just keep getting this energy of withdrawing and coming back. It's like there's no cup cards coming up so far, but what I don't feel water, but I feel like it's mimicking the water. Like it comes and it goes, and it comes, it ebbs and it flows. And maybe with that Chariot card, you could be a Cancer, a Pisces, a Leo, but very strong, like something about around the energy of Cancer and being a mother and mothering. Yeah, see, the bounce back. You don't get disappointed for too long, and it's like you're lucky. You're the kind of person that when you know, you might have a cry, you might be upset, you might be down about something, but then you just get back up and be like, oh well, fuck it, and keep going. And then it's like everything seems to work out for you. You are very attractive in this way because people want those good traits that you have. Like they want to rub shoulders with you because they feel like it might rub off on you. But I feel like this also keeps your skin, like you may have very nice skin. It also keeps your skin very nice because it's like no stress, I'm blessed and looking young. You look very youthful. When you're in nature, you may glow, you may really shine. You guys may do gardening, grow your own food. Some of you may be vegan or vegetarian. Some of you may really connect with animals as well. Just seeing you in your own energy is very, very attractive for people. But I kind of get this circus thing, like you can turn on, you know how to put on a good show when you're good and ready. It's like, well, everyone's going to be watching me anyway, so I might as well. Like that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like you know how to put on a good show. So you probably naturally draw a lot of eyes to you. And for some reason, I'm hearing like family favorite. Like you may have been the family favorite growing up, so you was just used to it. Some of you may have a Leo South Node. We're always the family favorites when we have the Leo South Node. I feel like this is the energy maybe you're moving into, but you're becoming a boss. You know, you're really becoming a boss in your own right. Again, there's this energy of, if you are feminine, your masculine energy is very strong. For some of you, you may be, you know, finding out that you like the same sex or experimenting or whatever. That doesn't apply to all of you though. But yeah, like there's this tomboyish energy about you. You don't give up. You hold your ground. Look how we've even got the, what are now considered, are these the pride colours? But kind of, do you know what I mean? Like this give me a little bit of pride here. So some of you may be standing up for people. Maybe you've got a brother or an ex or somebody who is, you know, gay, and you stand up for this person. People find that very attractive about you, how you protect the people that you love. I feel like somehow this person, like maybe it's a sister, but you have some sort of link to this person at childhood, or maybe this is you, but you really do stand up for yourself. And it's like when you get a little bee in your bonnet, you flip from this happy-go-lucky, bendy kind of energy that I'm getting to, hey, don't fuck with me. And I feel like it almost makes people laugh. Like some of you could be really quite petite and quite small, and there could be Aries energy, Scorpio, Capricorn. I was just thinking my little Scorpio cousin, she's actually like this. It's so funny to me when she gets mad, because she's just so easygoing normally, and then when she gets mad, it's just like, it's so hilarious. But yeah, it may be that. It's not like I'm saying like it's hilarious, like I don't take her serious, and I don't think people are saying, oh, it's hilarious. It's cute. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, look at her getting mad. And that's what people may be thinking, like, oh, look at so-and-so getting mad, bless them. Like, but it's funny to see you switch like that. Because it's like, even if you get mad, your temper cools down quickly. I don't feel like you're a vindictive person or somebody who holds on to stuff forever. You kind of you might get big mad, then it's over, then it's like, yeah. But yeah, you let people know, don't fuck with me. And that's very sexy. People find that very, very sexy about you. I feel like people like to see you when you're actually dressed up and looking girly or suited and booted or whatever it is. People like that. They're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so is actually a girl. Sorry. Someone may have said that to you when you was younger or something like that. But it's like, oh damn, like so-and-so, they can do it all. You know when they say get you a girl that can do both, like that, or get you a guy that can do both. You've got this dual kind of nature to you. Very Gemini, but again, we don't really have any water cards. We've got 2 water cards. Some of you may have experienced some disappointments in love, but you're still open to loving. Some of you may have put yourself in third parties. I'm hearing accidentally in the past. You're out of control. So you guys are kind of prepared for anything when it comes to love, relationships, or just in life in general. Like people could be like, oh, I need such and I've got that in my bag. There you go. Like you'll just have the most random stuff in your bag. But I think people find this very sexy. Like that's what I mean about you actually being quite reliable. And I hear like you're punctual, maybe for some of you, like you turn up on time. You just got this very excited, kind of excitable energy, and things always seem new to you. Not new, but you always seem to be excited, like you're doing something for the first time. And that is so attractive to people. When you walk away from people, or when they walk away from you, they realize how much better life was with you, how good you guys look together, and they always think about a way to get back to you. Some of you guys may have moved overseas, or are planning to move overseas, or your life may take you there. I feel like you could get a lot of admirers from overseas as well, and they may be sending you money, baby, because they say you're beautiful. They said you deserve it all, and they like that there's an element of mystery about you. I feel like you're quite you do talk, but you don't tell it all. You hold things back. Now that's what I mean about the mischievous nature. It's giving me Gemini. Not necessarily, I'm not calling you a liar, but it's like that kind of the good expression of Gemini energy, where they know how to wow you, you know, influence you, open your mind up to certain things, and tell you about themselves, but they're not going to tell you everything. You have to fill in the blanks, and that makes you more alluring, more sexy to people. But you seem to know a lot. You're very clever, and this really draws people in. I feel like you've got somebody in particular from your childhood that is fucking besotted with you. They are so into you, but life just took you on different paths, but they see you as the one. They're just too shy to say it. They lack the confidence to bring attention to the feelings that they have for you. Or maybe you guys were together at one point and they regret letting you go. They really regret it. We've got Aquarius and Libra here. You could be an Aquarius or a Libra. They think you're very, very beautiful, but it's just the way you are. They feel like you're like their perfect match. Like you're down for anything is what I'm getting. And they find that so sexy. Like in the bedroom, you will be that girl who's doing the splits. You will be, or that guy who's lifting her up and doing all this. Remember Baby Boy where he's doing that jumping? jumping. My mum was doing jumping squats or something. Damn. Like, yeah, they love how they can't quite pin you down. They can't fully make you out, but they know who you are at the same time. People find that very sexy, but I feel like you may have a fire sign from your childhood in particular that is fucking just, I can't even say, oh, they just really like you. It just keeps coming out like they're just fucking besotted with you. Like, they just fucking love you. Maybe they may have said that to you, like, when you guys were drinking or something. Like, I fucking love you. And it's like, yeah, I love you too. But you say that, but when we were together, look how you acted. Like, it's that kind of, yeah, somebody wants another shot with you. Somebody wants another shot with you. It could be a Gemini, could be a Scorpio, but they feel like you're playing games. Or you feel like they're playing games. But they're prepared to wait. They know you've got a lot to do, a lot to learn, a lot to conquer. And you're busy, you stay busy. Okay, that's what I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please subscribe to my channel, share the video if you know anybody who's interested, and don't forget to like the reading. If it resonated with you, just like it, you know, just spread some good vibes. But if it resonated with you, let me know down below how it resonated with you. Okay, take care, bye.